So hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Technical Indies. So I hope you have created that AWS account by watching my last video. In this video we are going to see how to install WordPress website on AWS. So I will tell before I start the process. I will tell one thing. There are two methods to install the WordPress on AWS. One will be by using Bitnami software, and the second will be by using CentOS, and then we'll install WHM then we'll install cPanel. So through cPanel we can install the WordPress. So the very first, with the Bitnami, is easy method, so you can easily install that. So let's see. In this video we'll talk about the Bitnami, and the next video will see how to install the WordPress using CentOS, WHM and cPanel. So let's start. So very first, what you have to do is just aws.amazon.com and just hit the sign in button. Okay, so to log to your account. So okay, it will redirect. Fine. So I think I have already logged in the website, so it is loading directly. Because if you have not logged in, you can just go to the aws.com and just log into your account. So fine. After login, you come here, services, and then you have to come EC2, and here we have to go for the instances. Okay, so maybe in your case, if you are using this account AWS for first time, there won't be any what we call instance and all. So for me, it's already some instances there. Okay, so it's showing. So we have to do one thing. Once after coming instance, you have to click on the launch instance. Okay, so it will just give an option. So here you search for the WordPress. Okay, and hit enter, and the very first which is coming is 151 results. So click on this. After clicking, the first thing is coming, WordPress certified by Bitnami. This is what I was talking about. And the another method will be by using CentOS, where we'll set up our WHM account and cPanel. So that is little bit tough. We can say that complicated. There are several things in that method, but this is using Bitnami. Installing WordPress using Bitnami is too easy. So just you have to click on this. So after searching, you will find this one, and then hit on the select, and it will just show the information and all. And guys, don't worry about this price and all. This is only going to be charged once you are going to use their softwares. So this is something like that. So this is for now, I think it's a free only. I think what it's a definitely it's free. There are some there is the, if you want to know that what are the free things AWS giving, because the last video I have seen, at the time of creating account, it is free for the 12 month. So okay, I'll continue it. So okay, fine. So you have to select this one. Okay, so this is showing that free tier eligible. So just select this. After selecting this, you have to click on next, configure instance details. So if you can go review and launch, so it will be by default everything. But if you want to customize your installation, so go and click on next configuration instance. So here it is showing details. So I will suggest you don't change anything, because if you are using for the free one, and because some of the things, if you are enabling them, that may charge. Here it, like this is saying enabling CloudWatch, additional charge may apply, something like that. So you don't worry about that, guys. Just directly click again on the add storage, and here storage, just keep it minimum to 10 GB, because if you are putting less than 10, so it will show error. It will just say that keep a storage like 10 GB or more than that. So here also you don't change anything, and just hit on the add tag, and here in the add tag you have to add the tag. So tag means just for the reference we are adding. So that will be so here I'll just give a random name. So I will give one name like take this. This is why you take this web. I will give, and again here also I'll give the same value. It doesn't matter what you have entered, just you remember it. And also it will display in the instance once our instance will be ready. So take this web. Okay, fine. So I'm doing this, and then after this we have to configure the security group. Okay, So this is SSH and HTTPS. If you're not configuring this, so there may be a problem for you. So you follow this step and you make sure you are configuring this option, security group option. So it's giving assign a security group. So you can go with the create a new security group, or you can select if you have some existing. So I have some existing security group, but maybe in your case, if you are coming for the first time, there won't be any security group and all existing security groups. So you have to create new one. So here you come down and you can see SSH is there, so that's called server cell. So just here you have to make the change, this port and all you leave it. So here just let it be custom. SSH make it custom, and then HTTP you have to select anywhere, or you can select your IP. If you have a static IP, your PC is having one IP and all your machines, so that you can go for the IP. So particular IP will be only accessed. And if you are selecting anywhere, so you can access your website, log into your website from anywhere. So here again, anywhere I'll select for the HTTPS also, and then I will review and launch. Okay, so it is showing details whatever we have just now selected, all it is showing. So what I will do, I will just go here and then I will click on the launch. So now here one more thing is there, it will ask for the select a existing key pair or create a new key pair. So key pair is just to connect your AWS server to connecting AWS servers via FTP or PuTTY. So in the next upcoming videos, we will talk what is the PuTTY, what is the FTP. That is used to PuTTY used to just run the command line or on your AWS server, and FTP be used as normally we connect to any server to transfer file. Okay, so that we'll see in the next videos, and that is also very important, because once you want to communicate with your AWS server after installing the WordPress, if you want to do something on the file and all, so in that case you have to use the FTP as well as the PuTTY. So that we'll see in the next video. Let's create the new so here you have to select the key. So I will go with maybe in your case there won't be any extra key. I have an existing key because I have already installed some instances on this account. So but here I'll go for the create new key pair. Okay, so here you have to give the name, and I'll give name like tech this. Okay, I'm just giving name like tech this, and then you have to download it. So one thing is very important. So to connect that PuTTY and FTP, which is very important, both are very important. To connect that to your AWS server, we need that file key pair. We need this key pair, then only we'll be able to connect, otherwise we won't. And the second important thing is, if once you have launched our instance, once the installation will be complete, you won't be able to download this file. So if you won't have this file in your system, so there will be problem, you can't connect with your instance and all. So that is why you just give a name and hit on the download key pair, and keep this file. This file will be in the format of PEM file. Okay, so here you can see this is a PEM file, and just save it on your system. We'll see how to use this file to connect the FTP later, the next videos. And here what we are going to say, after that we'll hit on the launch instance. Okay, so it is just initializing, creating that instance. Okay, so instances now are now launching, so it will take a little bit time. You can see here by clicking view instance. Okay, okay, so I think this is the last one will be ours. So whatever we are creating here, yeah, so here we can check the name tech this, whatever we are creating now, and it will take a little bit time. It's it's showing now state is showing running. So there will be one more state called status check, will be like a green mark. I'm waiting for that. So okay guys, so just okay, it will coming. Let's see the what is our instance details and all. So here's the instance summary, where we have all the related details like public IP, private IP, and many more details. If you want, if you will start using this instance in the deeply, we'll have details of this all the things. So you will be required this all the things. So that is the one part, but I'm not going deep what is what. I will just show you after installing this instance how we can access the WordPress file. So our WordPress website. So here we have not used our own domain. So first of all, after creating instance, we have to connect your instance to your actual domain, live domain, and then it will be live to your website. Or else you can do one thing, you can use this public IP to create to access your WordPress website, whatever we have installed. So in the later video, I think that will be the last video, how we can connect that our instance to a live domain, our domain name like abc or something.com, so that people can access by using my domain, our domain name. So that will be the last video. So if you want to see that step, you can just go ahead and watch my last video to connect with your what we call how to connect this all the things. I mean, so your instance with domain. Else you can continue this series. So this series is really I have gone through so many steps, and then I'm recording these videos, creating this series, so that you may not have any problems. So this step is quite easy and very very easy to really install the WordPress by Bitnami. But in the next videos we will see how we can how tough that not tough, we can say that how complicated steps we are following to install the WordPress through CentOS. So that will be like cPanel and everything that we can access that there. So okay, fine. So let's see our website. So what I will do, I'll just you have to copy this public IP and you have to hit here, and we'll see whether our website is ready or not. Yeah. So here guys, so our website is successfully installed. So WordPress, the what we call that we can say that default template 2020 is installed here. So now if you want to log in it, so how we can find the details, because normally whenever we set up our WordPress through cPanel, so we give our username, password, but here what is happening, username and password being created automatically. So what we can do in this case, so you have to find the username, password for our website. So how to do that? So you have to click on this manage icon, you can see. So if you click on this one, Bitnami manage icon, the right bottom, so it will open one file. Okay, it will open in browser. So it is saying that, oh, sorry, what is opening? Okay, so here it's saying username, and then it's saying step 2, for follow the instructions to get retrieve password. So I will show you how to do this. So just remember this, this will be our username, user, and the password we are going to find now. So we'll go to our EC2 again, service EC2. Okay, so just you have to go to AWS account and EC2, and then after this we have to just find that our instance, the instance what we have created, we have to find this instance. Okay, so it's loading. So this is our instance. So you have to click right on the instance ID, just click the right button on your mouse, and then you have to find the system log. There will be one file called system log that will be here in the monitoring and troubleshooting. Earlier it was in instance setting and it was showing something here, I think before or maybe in the older version of AWS, but now they have shifted this all the things in monitor and troubleshooting. So this you have to find the get system log, this option, and you have to hit enter. So once you will enter, it will show all the logs whatever run till now or at the time of installing WordPress. So we can find, so to find the errors and all, actually we use this file, so we can see what are the steps are going on. So here we will also see our password. So whatever default password is given by the Bitnami at the time of installation, WordPress installation, we can find here. So our username is user and password we have to find. So what I will say, just click Control F to find the password. So you will be one search bar will be open like this. Just type here password. Okay, and then go up, and maybe somewhere else will be there. Go up. I just scroll down, so it is showing like this. What I will do one thing, I'll go one by one. So here the one password. Okay, and password, it will be somewhere, we have to find out. So yeah, so the password is here, right guys? So here is the WordPress password. So let's see if this password is going to be work like this. So here we can find setting Bitanami application password to this. Okay, so just copy this password without including that single quote and all. Just uh, so just copy this password. Here is the website, and then I will go here to log in it. So WP admin. Okay, fine, and after that I will hit here. Sorry, this is a password. So here username, as we know that it's a user, and the password will be this one, whatever we have copied from here. And finally guys, we have logged into our WordPress website, our installation, and now from here you can install the multiple plugins, themes and all, and you can work with your website. So thanks for watching this video guys. So next video will be on how to connect FTP, and like that we will go one by one videos, and deeply we will see how things are going to be work. Okay, so by how to access the files and all by FTP, and again we'll see how to connect a PuTTY. So PuTTY is used to, as I said earlier also, PuTTY is just used to run the command line on AWS. That also we'll see, and after it we'll see how to install WordPress. Again, that is the that will be second method, how to install WordPress by using CentOS, and there we'll get the cPanel and everything, because in Bitnami here we are not getting any cPanels and all. So there may be tough for you to work with your WordPress website, because many times you may require to access your cPanel. So for that we need a cPanel also. So in that case we will get the cPanel, and easily after once we'll set up the CentOS and the WHM cPanel account, and then that will be normal. As we access we purchase the shared hosting, we get the cPanel, and then we install the WordPress. Same process will be there also. So we'll see in the next upcoming videos. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button if this video is informative. It's